In this video, I'm going to show you how to get rid of your hip pain. This is one of the tools I use. It's a foam roller by triggerpointtherapy.com, and I like it because it's soft on the outside but hard on the inside. So one of the hip flexors I'm going to work on is your rectus femoris. It runs here in your leg, up and down. And just roll your leg forward and back until you find a spot that's tender. And once you find a place that's a little bit tender, just go 1 inch up, 1 inch down, and do this for 1 to 2 minutes. Another part of the body you could roll on is your TFL or tensor fascia lata. That's another hip flexor in your leg. And try to roll your leg more diagonal, not directly, but more slightly diagonal. And it's slightly below your hip, and you'll find a spot. There you go, I found it. And this is how I manage my hip pain, by rolling on this part of my leg. That's one of the hip flexors in your legs. Another one is the sartorius that runs across to your medial leg. And I put the roller somewhere in my inner thigh, slightly tilted, and I roll up and down. Ooh, it's a little bit tight. If you're an athlete, athletes tend to overstretch this muscle. So this is a great way to, work on that muscle. Okay. In the next one, I'm going to show you how to stretch your psoas muscle, which is a big hip flexor muscle. You're going to go to the wall. We're going to stretch your big psoas muscle, and find a wall and get a pad and put it on the floor. I use this pad by TheraBand. It's a great for putting your knees on the floor if your knees is a little bit sensitive and on hard surfaces. So I try to bring it as close to the edge as possible. And I'll use a chair or something to hold on to keep my balance, keeping my other knee just above my ankle, and make sure my knee is aligned to my sit bone and my knees, my hip. Then I just slowly tilt my pelvis to get a better stretch. Then I just breathe. So the breath helps to relax the muscle. So you feel a big, huge stretch in your quads, in your rectus femoris, in your psoas. The psoas is a huge muscle that connects your upper body and lower body. And it connects to your L1 to L5 in your lumbar spine. It's a huge muscle, and it's a powerful muscle. Actually, this is the muscle you use for jumping. If you want to jump higher, this is a great muscle to develop. So this is one way to stretch your hip flexor by using a wall.